Welcome unofficially to the start of the podcast. You lucky individuals. You get to see
Unofficial welcome.
what it entails to start a podcast. Disconnecting cables, plugging in cables,
Really
going
thorough.
to different channels, spamming people, telling them to join, DMing people. I mean, should I be streaming now? I'm going to be going through my DMs.
I
Maybe
mean,
it's going to increase the view
it's
count.
nothing juicy anyway, it's fine.
Hello? Say something, I can't hear you.
Ayo, can you hear me? Did you have snow this week?
Oh yeah, I did. I had
Yeah.
it wasn't even snow day, it was like ice rock day. But we'll call it snow. Because
So there's no snow day if you're.
it looked like snow from a
Yeah,
distance. When
yeah,
you
from
picked
far
it
away,
up
it was
and
great.
you picked it up and threw it at people, sometimes you're like, maybe I should be careful because I could potentially kill someone. Bro,
So you
there's
only do it
some
once, it's
wild
fine.
person who just applied to the server. If you check the server
Wow.
applications above and just look at rejected, look at the most recent rejected. That is
Let's
a
have a look.
Twitch, please don't ban me because I did not. That is wild. I don't know why people create these like. I don't even think it's bots at this point in time because like there's so much that you have to do to even get to the stage to apply, and to actually apply, it
Yeah, I
must
mean,
be someone because there's two-factor authentication that you have to have
yeah, they've
enabled on
definitely
your
got.
Discord account. There's like the what do you call it? The bots, human
Mhm.
verification, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They also have to pass. Then you have to click on the roles that you want as you're entering the
Hmm.
server. Then you
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
click on apply to join the server. So that's definitely not a bot. That's like a 60-year-old man who's just like picked the wildest name ever. Like that is crazy.
Profile picture as well, good grief.
I know, right? Like it's always the weebs. Jesus Christ, I
Always,
hate them all.
always.
Anyway, mate, did you have a good week?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been busy. The gym has been so busy this week. It's been insane.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it seems like people go to gym and you get regulars and people come and go. And
Mm.
people come for a few months or something. It seems like this week everyone who's ever been to the gym over the last year has decided this is the time to get back into the gym, as if they're trying to do a pre-January thing. And it's like,
I
great.
know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I mean, like
New
on a service
New Year's
level, good. Be in the
resolution.
gym, that's really good. People should be in the gym. But when people spend like I do my half an hour cardio each day, and I see people doing the same cable exercise all the way through. I think what we should do
Mm.
for most gyms is have a limit on the number of minutes a week you can use it for the cables. So if you go over 40 minutes of cables a week, that's it, you're done. Because I've seen people, because I go pretty much every day, because I
Mm.
like to do that. And I see the same people on the same cables every single day. And when I get to the gym, they're on the cables, and when they leave, they're on the cables. So
I
they're
know
doing
what
a
you
good,
mean.
hour and a half on cables. So I just think they get much better results if they didn't spend all that time just trying to do Bayesian curls all the time. Do some proper big compounds for a change. Actually
Wait,
lift some
what's
weight instead
that?
of just trying to get pump all the time.
Beijing what? Beijing curls?
Yeah, Bayesian curls. They're kind of going around on TikTok again, but it's basically a curl when you face. It's a one-arm curl. You're facing away from the cables,
Oh,
and it's meant to be this optimal, superb thing. It was popular like 10 years ago, and it's like anything in fitness. It goes round and round, but that's the current thing, and it's fine. But when people spam, 15 sets of single arm each time, it's like, can you just get a move on? Like, this is boring. I'm trying to do my cardio. I want something to watch that's more entertaining than you just doing curls all the time.
oh,
I'm
you didn't take your
entertaining.
phone with you to the gym?
Oh, I do, but I'm on treadmills, so I try not to do that just because it hurts my neck. I've already got a bad neck from leaning over a laptop all day anyway. I try to be more upright and
Oh, you're
try not to do
wired.
it.
Ah, no, Chris. No,
Oh no.
Chris. You have wireless or no? Your headphones?
Yeah, not all the time though. Yeah.
No, Chris, get some wireless headphones and like have like a show that you're watching and just chill out.
Now, anytime I'm looking down, I need to have my neck up a bit. What's up, Buster? By the way, how you doing, man?
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. I can't go to the gym like if because I do a lot of cardio as well. If I'm on the treadmill, I have to have something like either it's like a playlist or like a show. I am definitely not looking at people because they're so. I I remember like I remember this so well. Like around I was like 14. This is when I first started going to like my first ever gym. there was
You can still
always
hold
this
it.
person that would always make eye contact with everywhere, and it made things so awkward. It would be like
Yeah.
I'll be using one machine, and then I'll just, you know, when you just glance around and you're just like zoned
totally.
out, and then you just see like they just make eye contact with the same person. I didn't want to say hi. And ever since then, I was like, I'm just gonna have my headset, and then just like it's so
You'll be
awkward.
looking at him in the eye again.
Yeah, it was so awkward. I don't know how people can do
Oh,
that consistently, because I do see a bunch of people. Sometimes they go to the gym without like headset or music or whatever, and props to them. You know, but they're just like, I don't know. I feel like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Well, if you're training with someone, it's fine. If you train with
Yeah,
someone else,
yeah, yeah,
otherwise
yeah,
it's
yeah. If you're alone, then there's some people who just
Well,
stand like in the middle of the gym and just stare, look around, and I just
thing is, it kind
completely
of
talk
invites
to
people to
them.
talk to you. I don't always want that. Not to be rude or anything, but if I've got a gym session, I kind of want to focus on my sets and get through it. And people you see gassing around the whole time. I've seen people I've gone through a full workout, people just standing, leaning on the leg press, trying to chat with this girl. It's obviously not working. And it's like, can you just get out of the way? Just slow the place down.
Oh, I do have a question.
Speaking of which, Lao's here. How you doing, man?
Did you just call Lau a girl? You can't do that in 2024. Mate, that's
I said chatting up to girls.
that
I didn't
can.
say he was a girl. That's
Oh,
wow.
okay,
That's you. That's your bad.
okay.
Hello.
Hey
So,
Lau,
like
how
your
you doing?
times.
I'm tired.
You sound great.
I'm tired of bedtime.
It's
Bedtime,
5 p.m.
bro. It's 5:04.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Wait, Lau, did you have snow?
Wait.
Oh yeah, he
No.
works graveyard shifts. He like works the night shifts, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now there's rain here. No snow.
Oh.
But give me like 25 seconds because you just said it's 5:04.
2, 3,
20 seconds.
4,
What's up, Mr. Clean?
5.
Also, I was the first one here
6,
today. I actually
7,
won
15
today,
seconds.
which is very
8,
rare. So
9,
something's amiss. today.
10, 11,
10 seconds left.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
You said it was 5:04.
18, 19.
Now going
20.
back to 5:05.
What a
Do we need to
loser.
wait that long for the Arctic Monkeys? Really? Do you
Jesus
really have to wait that
Christ.
long for the Arctic Monkeys?
Bruh, I just wanna.
It's a good
Sometimes
song.
you know
By
when
the way.
when you just wanna hurt something for no reason. When you just wanna like that's what Lau makes it.
Bro, Take a minute. Take a breather.
It's a 7 now.
Bro, it's like, wait, let's. What else did I? Let me just try and get some people in. Chris, do the stuff while I'm doing the back
What's
end
up? Hi,
stuff.
Tommy, by the way. Hi, guys. Welcome. You guys are all late today. I won today. Welcome back to the weekly podcast. I'm Chris, as always. Here to answer any questions you have on fitness, getting stronger, building some muscle, doing cardio, eating, nutrition. Powerlifting is terrible. Anything I've got for you today? Any questions? I got you. Otherwise, you'll probably just get a rant from me about the things I don't like to see in my gym. So welcome, Mr. Clean, Lobster, Tommy, Alvin. How are we doing today, friends? Oh. Have any questions? Otherwise, I'm going to talk to you guys about something I thought about earlier, which I then forgot subsequently. Also, at some point, guys, I'm going to interview AO on this podcast. I've got questions for him. So if you have any questions for AO at any point, do let me know and I'll ask them to him. I think he's got a lot of insight, lots of inspirational stories, lots of things to share with us. Anything like that, let me know.
Bruh, I'm just gonna end the podcast if you do.
The end. That's it. What's up, Skinny Fat and Candia? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is this gonna work? Getting notifications everywhere. Here we go. Yeah, it's perfectly reclined. It's full where I'm at now. I'm in my house still, actually in a different room. I mean, it's like better lighting in here. Plus, easier for me to do push-ups if AO wants to get whooped again. Yeah, doing well, thank you. Skinny Fat, how are you?
Bro keeps baiting me. I'm busy. Bro, you haven't won a single. You cheated. We reviewed that. We saw the video. We looked back at it. What was that guy's name? Coach Coach James apologized. He's like, hey, I'm really sorry. I feel like I'm a disappointment as a coach because I was crediting Chris for doing the worst form ever, and then everybody else reviewed the footage in slow motion, and we realized, everyone in the world. Yeah, everyone in the world. And Lau was leaning his feet on the freaking back of his wardrobe. Oh gosh, I zoomed in on all of those clips. I was like, there is no way. This guy kept going. Bro was cheating. Both of you are cheaters.
What are you yapping about?
Bro, you were cheating. Freaking cheater. Jesus
I think you're
Christ.
just clipping really hard.
Wait, let me just quickly finish and announce the podcast, and then we'll start off with reviewing, the push-up competition. I've still got the clip. I've got it favorited, so it's all right. And I made sure to clip it properly just so I can pull it out whenever I need pause. Right. Lau, how's your week been though? We'll start off with you. How's your week been?
I've been at work all week. What is it, like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 5 a.m. Thursday, 4 p.m. and 11 to 9 on yesterday. That was my first day off.
Okay.
So I've just been at work.
What do you do?
KFC.
He's a gigolo.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
KFC.
Those hours must be very hard to sleep. Is that affecting your training very much? Can you still train hard?
I'm training. I'm still training, yeah. But I'm treating this week as a deload week.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, how do you sleep? Is it just you sleep during the day then? That must be quite disruptive actually. Do you manage to train at the same time each day, or do you just fit training sessions in whenever you can?
I still trained when I could. Yeah. And Monday was like after work, so and Tuesday it was before work, because otherwise I couldn't have gone.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
Yeah, I think people often struggle with sleep for it. Makes a bit of difference.
Ooh, did anyone watch Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul? Or was it Logan Paul?
No, I was the winner.
We really do with this. We really do with this.
Bro, what do you mean? The audience wants to know our freaking opinion on pop culture. It's a podcast, right? They can ask their questions, but they also want to
lead it off.
I should lead it off. Oh man, I don't know what to say. I'm gutted. Wait, I'm gonna start the podcast. We're gonna get guys. Can someone be the volunteer to ask questions? Sorry, I need to quickly be right back. Someone raise your hand to ask questions so we can start, and then I'm just gonna announce the podcast starting. Lau, I have a question ready, just so people feel confident and they don't feel shy.
Know what to ask.
Just ask anything, mate. Like what's the maximum amount of hip thrusts one can do in a single day? Something like that.
Depends on whether they're an athlete or if they're
Okay. Anyway, event is starting. Make sure to ask a question. 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome. Please, Lobster, ask a question. Anyone ask a question. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the amazing podcast. I have here with me Chris. Chris is a verified and thorough personal trainer with decade years of experience. This is an opportunity for you guys to ask your question. We are here to come to your very need. We're going to bring energy. We're going to bring fun. We're going to bring excitement. This is the best podcast on Discord. You are not wasting your weekend on a Discord server listening to a pointless podcast. We are here to entertain you, educate, and also motivate you as well. So please feel free to raise your hand. We'll start off with Lobsterman. How you doing? Feel free to ask your question. And then Skinny Fat, I know you have a question to ask. Mr. Clean, I'm volunteering you to ask a question. Otherwise, you'll be banned. Same for you, Lyra or Joker or whatever your name is. The guy's got like freaking, he's hot and cold, just like Katy Perry, changing his name and profile pictures. He's going. Cool. Lobster, how you doing? Feel free to ask your question.
Hey guys. Nice to see y'all here. So my question to Chris is, how you doing? How was your vacation? Are you doing all right?
Yeah, doing well, man. I'm actually not on vacation at the moment. I've just been in the gym all week working on my 10 rep deadlift max, which is my current goal. I don't like doing 1 rep maxes anymore. The new 10 rep max is the new 1 rep max. That's my opinion.
Are you still competing, or are you just doing this for fun?
No, I'm not competing. I competed once in powerlifting. We'll find the video at some point. You can see it's on YouTube. I competed in 2013, so that was over a decade ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a decade
Okay.
ago. So it's been a while. No, I'm not competing. Just working on my deadlift. Instead of hitting my 1 rep max, I'm trying to improve my 10 rep max instead. The goal is to get to 220 for 10 reps. That's the current goal.
All right, nice. Well, that was my question, so thanks.
Good question. Also, great progress on the deadlift this week. Congratulations on the 4 plates. Nice.
Thank you, Chris.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Lobster. Congratulations on hitting a new PR. And yeah, thanks for asking your question. Really do appreciate you. Guys, feel free to ask the question. This is an opportunity for you to speak to Chris, who has years worth of experience. He's a verified personal trainer. Remember, it isn't strike force, it isn't strike first, it is strength first. Make sure to support Chris STR first on all platforms. I did see someone raise their hand. I'm just going to invite you anyway, Skinny Fat. I know you raised your hand. Joker, get a question ready or you will be banned. Hey, Skinny Fat, Candy Ass. Oh, I remember you from last week, mate. How you doing?
You remember?
Yeah, we remember
Hey,
you.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, doing well. Thank you, man. Doing well. How can I help you?
I was just gonna ask, I heard it's still okay to go to the gym when you're on light amount of sleep. So I just wanted your opinions on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So sleep is important for recovery and for your strength and all your fitness goals. But if you've had a little, poor night's sleep, I think you should still hit the gym. If you're feeling really terrible and you really not up to it, and you think you'll have such a compromised session, it's not worth going. That's a different story. But if you've had a rough night's sleep, I think you can still get a good session and just, suck up, get ready for it. I think absolutely fine. Make sure you're hydrated is the main thing to concern before that. Just get super hydrated beforehand and you'll be fine.
Oh, all right. Well, that's what my question was. I also heard there was a YouTuber that like died because he was working out and not getting enough sleep or something. I can't remember his name. I think he was from Ireland or something.
Yeah, there was something about that, wasn't it? I think that's more to do with the just lack of sleep completely. That's the biggest thing that's going to mess you up. You can't really sleep debt's something you always have to pay at some point. You can't just not sleep.
Well, that was my question.
That's a good question. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Anything else comes to mind? Let me know.
Wait, before you go,
Okay.
Did
What?
you watch Logan Paul versus, what is it, Logan Paul? Which one was it? Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson?
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
bye-bye.
So you have to, like,
It's all
all
right.
right, bye.
Bye-bye. It's all right, bro. Bye. Thanks for joining. Appreciate
Peace.
you. Appreciate you. I really do appreciate
No
you. You're
problem.
amazing.
Uh,
Absolutely amazing.
Hey, wait.
Get out of here. Right. Next person, guys, feel free to ask a question. That was just a joke. I do treat everyone fairly and nicely and,
All the same.
yeah, all the same.
Not fairly, but the same.
Feel free to raise your hand. You're welcome to ask any question. As I said, Joker, you are going to ask a question, or you will be banned. So make sure to join and ask your question. You did get enough time to think of something. Feel free to ask your question, mate. How you doing? And the next person is Mr. Clean. So Mr. Clean, get ready as well.
Fuck. I didn't think of anything. It was nice knowing you guys, I guess.
Bro,
He's
just
done. He's done.
ask something quickly. Bulking
Not a question
question,
about-
powerlifting, lift
Nutrition,
question.
Anything about form, anything. Cardio, fitness, eating, protein, carbohydrates, macros, micros, anything you want.
I don't go fucking idiot.
Dude is wasting my time. Get out of here.
Silence.
Right. I do have a
Silence.
question. Right. So my question is, and this is okay, all seriousness. Right, back to reality. Oh, Alvin has a question. Alvin, you get priority over me. Where's Alvin? Invite Alvin. Was it a text question or a voice question? Hey Alvin, how you doing? Feel free to ask your question, mate.
What to do if cramp hits your hand? What to do if cramps hits your hamstring?
Okay, what to do if you get cramp in your hamstring? Well, that depends. Sometimes there's not a lot you can do. Some sort of stretching is always good. I would check your hydration, plenty of water. Also make sure you're getting some salt in your diet as well. But in the actual moment of it, just try to stretch it, try to get some relief from that. There's not really a direct way to fix it exactly. Just try to move around, try to get away from the contraction, involuntary contraction, and yeah, stay hydrated. And he's gone. Awesome. Thank you, Alvin, for the question. And is this just me here now? That's fine. We can do this.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Where did-
Yeah, Mr. Clean's got his own emote, but yeah, he doesn't own a mic. He always says there's no questions. You can type one, I'm sure, though. Yeah, Duchess of Death, we can definitely have text questions if you just type them in and make sure I can get to them. No worries.
Yeah, we're prioritizing voice questions over text questions. So, guys, feel free to ask. It does well for the podcast. We'll get to text questions. Make sure to ping Chris, so we'll go through it to the very end. Skinny Fat Candy asked. Guys, raise your hand if you've got any question. Hey, dude, how you doing? Feel free to ask a question.
I'm still doing good. I was just gonna ask, how, like, when do you increase your calories when you're bulking?
Okay, good question.
Okay.
Generally, it's quite straightforward. It's when your weight isn't increasing on the scale every couple of weeks, basically. So just keep an eye on the scale. If it hasn't gone up in a couple of weeks, you might want to have a small increase just to keep it moving upwards. But then again, if you're still getting stronger on your lifts, I wouldn't worry about it too much. But if you've weight is stalled for more than a couple of weeks, then I would start bumping up a little bit by 250 or so, just to keep just over the threshold.
Because the app I'm using, like, I'm plugging my weight in each day, and it's been plateauing, so it's automatically trying to increase my calories. So I'm like unsure of what to do. But okay, but you're saying if my lifts go up, I can just keep the calories where they're at. I don't really need to raise them.
I think so, because honestly, bulking, people always think it's about weight, but it shouldn't be about trying to gain weight. It's about getting stronger, building more muscle. So if you're getting stronger, it's a good indication you're building more muscle. You might just be recomping a little bit. So I wouldn't chase the scale weight too much as long as your lifts are going up. And then if your lifts stall and your weight stalled, then I bump the weight up a little bit. The calories up a little bit. It's about getting stronger and building muscle rather than just more scale weight, if you know what I mean. It's too easy to get caught up in the scales.
Okay.
All good. Anything
Perfect.
else?
Thank you very much for your question, dude. Yeah, if you have any other question, feel free to raise your hand. You're welcome to ask as much as possible. We appreciate you for being loyal, and welcome to anybody who's new. Feel free to raise your hand if you have a question. We have a verified, thorough personal trainer with decade years worth of experience with Chris. We also have Lau, who's falling asleep because he works night shifts like a sociopath. And yeah, we also have myself, your host. Alvin, how are you doing? Feel free to ask your question.
Tommy has a question as well.
About the first question I asked, it is normal to have 2 weeks of having cramps.
2 weeks of cramps. Do you mean like having cramp every day for 2 weeks, or just happening frequently over 2 weeks, or every 2 weeks?
Frequently.
Frequently. That's generally not a good thing. If you're cramping too often, you're probably too low on salt and water. So I'd increase your water an extra half liter a day, add some extra salt to it, and that should hopefully help with the cramping. I wouldn't say cramping frequently over 2 weeks isn't generally a good thing. So yeah, added water, added salt, that should fix most of it. And afterwards we can look into magnesium and things like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for the questions, man. Very loyal viewer.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alvin. Alvin has been #1 supporter since day one. Really do appreciate you. Sometimes he's in a podcast before we even get started. 10 out of 10 member. Tommy, I've invited you to ask your question. How are you doing, dude? Feel free to ask.
Hi, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Yeah, thanks for having me. I was gonna ask earlier. Chris said something about how like your mood could like affect your lifts, like or a session or something like that. When do you know when not to lift? Like for example, it happens like quite often that I don't know, I'm just not feeling it that day, or like something's happened in life generally, and I'm generally weaker or less motivated to do anything really. Do you still go to gym? Do you change the weight? Do you use how do you go about having those bad periods, if you get what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a really good question. So generally, I find anytime I go to the gym, it will improve my mood. So even if I'm not feeling great, if I'm not feeling it, I'll try to go, and I'll just say I'll say to myself, right, I'll just do this one set of just one exercise, and then I can go home. I'll just get in the gym, do one set, and that's it. And most of the time, I find once I've done one set, you go, oh, what's one more set? You can't build more motivation through that. If it's happening a lot, very often, you may be want to consider changing up your routine. If you're finding a block going to the gym very often, you may just not be doing the right routine for you. You may just be stuck. You may just be bored of it. You might see a total change. Motivation over time is a different thing. So you're not always be motivated for every session, but you should have a decent level of motivation each week. I don't know if you want to chip in on this one, Aya?
Yeah, so motivation is something that comes and goes, and it's perfectly understandable, especially this time of the year where seasonal depression is going to be a big thing. And a lot of people are going to have changes in their life. That's why discipline is very, very important. Motivation is going to be the main thing that's going to get you out of your bed, and it's going to be the main thing that's going to get you through the first couple of weeks. But it's not going to be the thing that keeps you through, the hard days, the long weeks, um, you know the hard years sometimes, right? So the main thing is that you need to make sure that you completely discipline yourself and you work hard to condition yourself to be disciplined to do it, even when you don't feel like doing it. When you're not happy, you still do it. When you are happy, you still do it. When things are going wrong, you still do it because you've disciplined yourself and you know that the process, is going to lead you to your goals, and that's gonna be way better than motivation. There are multiple days. Some days I wake up and I'm like, I can't be asked with any of these things, but I still do it because I've mentally conditioned myself to keep going and keep doing the things that I've disciplined myself to do. Hopefully that gives you more of an insight. You could probably say I'm completely yapping. I'm a yapper, professional yapper, or you could say I've given you something valuable. But yeah, that's my stance.
Yeah, it's not yapping. Makes complete sense. I guess it's just doing to the best of your abilities in a sense.
Yeah, I know what you've got each day as well. Some days you don't have the push, and sometimes, I can't even speak. Sometimes you have a really bad day, but you think, I want to go to the gym anyway, and the weights are lower, and that's fine. As long as you do the best of your ability that day, it still counts. Even a bad gym session is better than no session at all. That's how I look at it sometimes. If I'm really feeling down and out, I think if I just go punch the clock, just make it this day count. It may not be the best day in the world. I may be weaker that day. I may cut a set off, but it's better than doing nothing. And I know I've achieved something that day. So I build my motivation and consistency through that. So don't be afraid if you have a really terrible day, just go and just do bicep curls, do whatever. If something just feels good that day, any sort of exercise is better than no exercise. And it's going to build a habit of going and reinforce that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, cheers.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much, mate. By the way, is this your first attendance of the podcast?
No, I've been here. I think this is my third. Yeah, I believe so. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good, mate.
I asked what?
Oh no, I said that's good. That's really good, mate. That's good.
All right.
You were about to say something before I cut you off. You were going to say
I
something.
was saying, I joined. I think because I'm just like one month into the server or something. So I joined about like the week I was in. Asked a question and then been joining from there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, dude, we really do appreciate you. And if you are a regular, there is a King of VC role. So this is a good segue. So people like Joker Lira or whatever he's decided to change his name into this week are going to be losing it. We do have a King of VC role. So if you're someone who has been regularly joining the podcast, supporting it and stuff like that, the role is completely free. So if you've joined multiple weeks, I'll probably say 4 or 5 weeks, we can tell you by name. So someone like Skinny Fart and Candy Ass or whatever that kid's name is, right? You can get the role, right? Just DM, or make a ticket or whatever, and then you get the role. But if you're like Joker Lera or whatever that guy's called his name and you're annoying, you probably will lose the role, right? So someone like you, Tommy, like you join next week, just be like, hey, I've joined again, you get the role. And thanks for your support, guys. As you can see, we're growing, we're working on things, we do it live, and we're getting better each time. Cool, Tommy. I'm going to put you back to the audience. Please listen to the very end. If you do have any other questions, also do feel free to ask. We're happy to listen to you and we're happy to answer. Which then takes us back to the next person, who is Dom. Thank you very much, Dom. And I don't mean Dom as in Dom. I mean Dom as the name Dom. But yeah, how you doing, mate?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing well, thank you.
All right. My question is, because I'm not really, I don't know if you can answer this, because I'm not really, like, I don't go to the gym, but instead I want to do boxing. I want to ask if, let's say, I didn't go for over 3 months and I got back into it, would it be alright if, because like, should I start off very slowly and not push myself too hard? Because even when I was going often, I would also be very like sore after training every single time. So what should I do?
Yeah, good question. And it sounds, yeah, I'm glad to get back into it. So what I would do in your situation is to start quite light and easy. The best thing to do is to build up your tolerance to the volume, because say you got sore before, but if you haven't done it for a while, I presume you haven't been super active in that 3 months. So the best thing you can do to give yourself the best chance is to slowly build it up, build up a good level of easy cardio as well, because I know boxing is very intensive for cardio. I know there's some more specialist boxing and combat guys in this server who will be able to help as well. But I think if you have a good level of fitness, of an easy jogging, easy walking cardio, I'll give you a really good foundation to build up the high intensity for boxing. So yeah, I would start easy. There's no point going in super hard to start with, because you'll want to get injured and it's going to be more demotivating as well. So yeah, start easy, build into it.
All right. Yeah, that was my question. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Have a good weekend, wherever. Yeah. Bye.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you very much,
That's
mate.
another
Really do
option.
appreciate you. Yeah, feel free to listen to the podcast to the very end. Even though you don't have any other
Alright.
questions, you might learn something insightful. You might make friends in the podcast chat, where people are just shit
How
shit
often do you
talking.
guys do this?
Every week, man. Every week.
Every week.
Oh, all right, guys. Bye bye.
Okay, see you, dude. Bye bye. Take care.
See you.
Au revoir. Right now, special reports from our weatherman. Weatherman. Lau, how's the weather going? How's the weather there?
Horrible.
Okay, yeah. Any updates? Any life updates? Anything you want to give us? What's your training like? Still, doing powerlifting? You've done more into bodybuilding? Are you still doing hybrid training?
Well,
Got any new tattoos? Any cosplay? What's a new tattoo?
Wait, did I? I think I already said it last week. I got matching tattoos now, the Powerpuff Girls with my two besties.
No comment. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, other than that, it's just I'm on a deload week right now because why not? Which is what I'm basically just doing is just repeating this week, next week, but properly. Like I'm just doing less sets of what I was meant to do. Kind of like it, I guess, but yeah.
Nice.
I had my first experience with my car freezing up, so I was just sat outside. Like I already worked long ass shift, but
Do you have the de-icer spray?
Yeah.
You have to wake up like 1 hour before you have to leave. Warm your car up, spray that all over the place. Or get skin. What does it call it? Screen protector things to place over your car.
Yeah, that's working from home.
Yeah, but yeah. hey, bro. You choose the path in life that you want to do. Like everybody, you pick the path. Don't hate me. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But yeah, thanks for the catch up, Lau. Really do appreciate you. Make sure, like after the podcast, you do get some rest because you do sound tired. Next person, Duchess of the streamers cut it off, so it just says, "Oh, Duchess of Death." Okay. Jesus Christ! Oh no, how are you doing? Do not take my life away.
No, I won't. Hi, I'm good. Thank you for asking, and thank you for having me in your podcast. This is my first time appearing here, so I'm going to be a little anxious. But yeah, I just have a normal question about how to start actually go into the gym. Like, how does it work? I'm still new to this, so I don't want to do something that isn't going to go along with the things that I should do, because there are some levels, right? So it has to do with drinking water and sleeping well and also being active. I have problems with cardio, so I'm starting to just like walk for now. And I have like 81 kilograms for now, and I'm searching for reaching 65. Okay. but it's going to take a long time, and I just want to know like what to do first and how much time it would take me.
Oh, really good. Just starting this journey, and it sounds like you've got a good idea where you want to be.
Hmm.
So yeah, really good. When you go to the gym, then, so your goal is primarily to lose some weight, which is great.
Hmm.
If your cardio isn't very good to start with, which a lot of people isn't, walking is perfectly valid. It's a great way to do it. I do all my cardio out incline walking, and I'm relatively fit. So
All right.
basically, when you're in the gym, you'll only be doing some sort of cardio training, which you'll be doing for the walking, which is fine. Maybe do up to half
Hmm.
an hour of easy walking. So especially if you're a beginner, you don't want to be pushing too hard on your cardio because it's going to make you tired. You're more likely to be injured, and it's also going to make you more hungry. So if you
Right.
do up to half an hour of relatively easy walking, so the pace in which you can still hold a conversation,
Hmm.
that's a good amount of cardio to do because it also makes your body more efficient at burning fat. So that's really good for you. You
All
don't
right.
you don't need to go to the gym every single day. People will say you have to, but you don't. I recommend
Hmm.
if you're new, going 3 days a week,
3 days
and
a week. Okay.
yeah, and that's plenty. You don't need to do more than that as a beginner. And you want to be doing some sort of cardio, which you've got, which can be the walking. You can do that afterwards, and do some sort
Hmm.
of strength or lifting. So that's using like a machine or a dumbbell or a barbell or something. Or it can just be
All right.
doing body weight exercises.
Hmm. And
So
about a diet, should I like restrict something like out of the natural diet I usually do, or what should I focus on more?
sure. So if you're trying to lose weight and you're an
Hmm.
adult, which I presume you are, we're trying to have what you need is a calorie deficit. So we need to work out, we know the calculator someone can link here, but you need to consuming fewer calories than your body needs to maintain your weight. So generally, we
Hmm.
recommend having about a 500 calorie deficit, which will make you lose about a pound a week or half a kilo a week,
Hmm.
which is sustainable, and that will keep going over time. So we don't recommend doing really intense, really intense diets because that means you'll lose weight very quickly, but you're also more likely to yo-yo back up. So what you want
Okay.
is slow and sustained and healthy weight loss that you can still have lots of energy, still be in a good mood, not be depressed and being really hungry all the time. No one wants that.
Hmm.
So yeah, exactly. So basically, you work out your maintenance calories. We're going to take away about 500 to start with, and then we're going to
Okay.
look at what kind of foods you're eating on the diet. Okay.
All right.
So
Yeah.
when you're doing that, you
Thank
want
you
to
so
try to have.
much.
You're welcome. We can go a bit more detail if you like, but that's the very rough basics of it.
Hmm. Sure. I mean, I'll
So
come back to you again if you will hold this podcast again. I am not sure when exactly it will take place, but I guess I'll get a notification. I'll just like tell you more about how it started and talk
yeah,
about more details, inshallah.
yeah, absolutely. We're here every week at the same time. So whether we started at 5, it's 5 p.m. UK time. I don't know what time zone you're in, but we're here every single week at the same time. So yeah, do pop in again. Love to talk to you more.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. And I'm
No
sorry if I
worries.
took too long or
Nah, nah,
on
nah,
Not at
nah,
all.
my.
nah.
Not at
It's
all.
just Chris yapping, even though he's supposed to. Thank you very much for joining Duchess of Death, and thanks
Thank
for not
you.
taking
Thank
our
you for
lives.
having me.
Yeah, we do this
All right.
every week, same time. Everyone's welcome. Feel free to listen to the very end. Don't be shy. Everybody's welcoming. Chris is really nice. Lau is really nice. I'm really nice.
Cheers, here.
Sometimes. Oh, Gio. Oh no, Mimi. Hey, Mimi. Feel free to ask your question. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi, Mimi. How you doing?
I have two questions so far.
Okay.
My first question, my first question is, how does one feel confident about themselves after an injury to like go back to the sport you used to do, but you know that sport kind of like was the one that gave you so many injuries in the past. So then you just have that feeling like, do I go back because I actually love the sport? But then you have the other feeling where you're like, if I go back, the injuries are just gonna keep coming and coming back.
Sure. Good question, and a big question actually as well. So I think it comes down to a lot of mindset, and it also comes down to how competitive you want to be in the sport. I think there are lots of sports you can play at a very casual level, but there are also some sports that are just more intense by nature. So I don't know what sport you do. You could tell me if you like, but if it's something that's going to be like wrestling, that's obviously got a higher risk injury than something like, say, badminton. Why not? So I think it depends on the competitive level of sport you want to play. At a casual level, I think if you're confident in your recovery, your rehab, if you know you're not going to take any silly risks, and also you're going to build into it slowly, I think that helps you build a lot of confidence over time. I think you build confidence by doing things. So if you slowly build into it and you know, make sure you're very careful, if you try to not overreach, just do the bare minimum each time and slowly build up. That's how I would build confidence. Yeah, which sport are you talking about? I'm interested.
I do taekwondo.
Taekwondo. Okay, so it is more of a combat and more striking taekwondo, right? It's more leg striking and such. Kicks and
Yes.
things. Okay, so I would talk to your presumably you have an instructor, so have a very frank talk with your instructor about it. They should be best placed to give you advice from a taekwondo specific point of view. Also ask my friend Sam because he's a taekwondo instructor. And yeah, basically start very slow, build up your cardio, build up your fitness, and do less than you feel you can each time until you're eventually building up the confidence. Just because you've had an injury before does not mean you're going to get injured again. And hopefully, if you've done rehab properly, you'll have built up the muscles that will help prevent that injury in future. Hope that's been helpful.
I did talk to my it's called master about it, saying that I was not confident because I've done some breaks because I thought I'm always injuring myself. I've injured my fingers many times, my feet, my legs, and I was just I don't know if I should continue because it's just injuring, and because I started doing taekwondo because of a heart condition. So supposedly I shouldn't be having as many injuries because I was doing it to heal something and I'm just injuring myself over and over again. So then also my dad was just if you're gonna keep injuring yourself, then it's better not to do it because the reason you went to taekwondo wasn't to injure yourself but to heal. And though so I did talk to him about it. It's yeah, but you're not gonna injure yourself. It's fine. You just gotta take it slow and stuff. And I did take it slow, but it's just sometimes I got the smallest injuries, and then they became something really big, you know. And then it just feel bad because first it was my knee, then it was my feet, and then it was my hands, and at some point my parents started getting upset and stuff, and then my coach started getting upset, and now I'm just right now I'm not doing it because I injured my knee, which I found out it's not my knee, it's my calf. So I'm taking a break because I'm not allowed, they really cut me off, they're saying that I'm not allowed to do taekwondo for a while because my cough is in a really bad state. So I have to do some exercises and stuff to heal it, and it's upsetting because I've done it since I was 9 and I'm 17. So then having this huge break, it's just really upsetting to me. But then at the same time, I'm kind of losing interest because I just don't want to keep hurting myself and just being in pain all the time, especially in the winter because of my bones. It just feels like it hurts more in the winter. And then yeah, I don't know, I think I just lost all my confidence in because of this sport, and I'm just trying to gain it back because supposedly in January I can go back if I'm fully healed. So I'm just trying to slowly tell myself that it's gonna be fine, that I'm not gonna injure myself. But then you just think about the past and you're damn, that's a lot of injuries.
Yeah. No, definitely. And it sounds like there's a lot to do with mentally. What I would say from a non-expert opinion, is there a way you can be involved in the sport without the actual combat part or the actual striking part of it? Could you transfer your enjoyment for the sport into teaching or something, or instructing younger students or something? Is there a way you could still enjoy the sport and show the techniques but not actually have the striking part? Because that sounds like where you get injured, right? Is that where your injuries are coming from hitting something?
I used to do combats, and that's where I mostly injured myself, and also because I have really low stamina. But I started doing pumses, which is more technique. But the thing is, pumses, it's kind of your legs, you have to have a lot of, oh my god, what is it called? You have to be able to do oh my god, what is it called? Splits,
Flexibility.
And that hurt my knee a lot, and I got really upset because I was okay, so I can't do combats because I'm always injuring myself, and then I
do this,
can't
look
do
at this.
pumses perfectly like I wanted to because every time I do a split, my knee feels like it's gonna come out of my leg.
That's frustrating. So I think flexibility is something people try to rush so often. I'm not saying that you did, but flexibility is something that you cannot rush and you need to really ease into and relax into. In your situation, I think it'd be good to focus on I don't know if there's any like katas like in karate or anything, sort of drills or anything you can do. I think looking into something that's non-combat, something that's the flexibility could be good to work on just for patience. Really patient with it. I think look into teaching. I think if you really love the sport, I think it's a really good way to be involved without actually hurting yourself in that way. And also don't be afraid to look into other sports. There could be something else you enjoy just as much that's not the same sport. But I know I appreciate it's very hard to feel like you're being pushed out of the sport that you love, that you've done for so long, and it's probably done quite a lot for you as well.
Yeah.
I'll talk
Wait,
to
I have a second text. Ah,
yeah,
I have a second question.
go for it.
Okay, so basically, I went to I don't know how to say this word, osteopath. Like, I don't know what. Yeah.
Osteopath, yeah.
So I went to it because I was on crutches not long ago because of my knee again. And we were talking and we thought it was like a knee injury because since like 2019 we thought it was a knee like problem, but I ended up finding out it was a cough stuff. So he basically told me that I just have to do like some exercises. He gave me like a plan to do exercises till like 31st of next month. And like I've seen the exercises, I haven't done them yet, but like they just seem like so hard. It's like squats and like it's mostly like bending your knee, and it feels like it's gonna pain me a lot. But he's saying that like, yeah, it's gonna pain you, but it's gonna feel better at the end of the day. And like I haven't started doing them because I feel like I'm just gonna be in pain. So my question is like, should I do them and just try to finish them all even though it's gonna hurt, or should I try and ask like to switch my exercises?
Okay, so this is not a medical opinion. So generally, if you have a medical opinion, I say go for that. I know it's always what I hear. Say this is for your calf muscles, not so much your knee.
Yeah. Wait, what?
You said you thought it was a knee injury, but it wasn't a knee injury. It was
Yeah.
something else. What was actually injured?
Yeah, supposedly, okay, I'm gonna try to explain to you what he explained to me. So he said that my cough had too much pressure on it, and then supposedly to like get it feel better, he would through the tendons, it would make my knee hurt, but it was the cough that was getting too much pressure. So then I would feel it in my knee, but it was the cough that was having the problem.
Okay, so it's a calf issue, yeah. So the muscles below your knee. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so in which case I would obviously recommend doing the exercises your medical professional told you to do. But things I like to do for people who have knee injuries based on calf things would be all sorts of simple things like calf raises that can be seated and simply going up on your toes. Also, very important to do, we may call them reverse toe raises, calf raises or toe raises. So raise your front of your foot up instead. So it's going to work the muscles on the front of your calf, your anterior tibialis, all this kind of stuff. So I would recommend starting using those, doing it really light. You can just do it sitting down, just to calf raises up, the back, raise your heels up, then do the opposite. High reps, don't do heavy. You say up to 50 reps. You can get very sore from this if you do the front calf raises. So toe raises, try those out. That's going to be very sore to start with, but that's going to build up a lot of strength in that part of the calf as well. So if you're afraid about doing these more complex exercises, which sounds like you say squats and things, which is probably more stability for the knee. If you are afraid of doing that, I would mention it to your doctor, medical professional. But if you want to do some actual directed calf stuff, do some calf raises, do some toe raises, and build up to say 50 reps of each, and that should give you more strength and stability and hopefully confidence to then go into those exercises. Do sets of up to 50. Keep the sets quite low, but make sure you do lots of rest in between. That should build up some more confidence and strength around the knee, hopefully. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I just sent in chat the exercises. I couldn't really send the names because they're in Portuguese and I don't think he would understand. So I showed the pictures.
Yeah, no, I would not be able to do that very well now.
Maybe you could guess, but
Yeah. No, Portuguese isn't my strength. Okay, so yeah, it looks like lots of dynamic things. I can see why this would be intimidating. I'd recommend starting with the bottom ones. They look more with a stretching thing more than anything, so I'd start with those ones. I'd also recommend doing some calf raises and some toe raises, and then ease into the more squatting and weight bearing ones. That's what my recommendation would be.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me know how it goes as well. I'm interested to see how this goes. So yeah, again, the bottom two exercises, because they're more stretching, and then do calf raises and toe raises. That's my recommendation. Hopefully that helps and makes a difference for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'll let you know.
Awesome. Thanks, Mimi.
Thank you very much for your questions, Mimi. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. And also, guys, if Chris has gone over anything in detail that you might have missed, maybe you didn't understand, maybe you want more clarity, make sure to reach out to him. Remember, it isn't strike first, it isn't strike force, it is strength first, STR first on all platforms. And if you do want the VOD of the podcast, so let's say something has gone in depth, Chris is talking really fast. Lau's being annoying, maybe he's falling asleep during the podcast. I'm yapping and annoying you. You can always just skip to the sections you want. Make sure to follow on twitch.tv/AOKing and drum rolls. Thank you very much to our sponsors. First sponsor, Boostcamp. Guys, you can get all your free workouts, all completely free. No catch, no anything, no whatever. Train to be the next Weeboo, Guts, whatever, or train to be like Reacher, or train to be like Spider-Man or whatever, or follow some real workout routines. Check out Boostcamp. And also thank you to Boostcamp for sponsoring the server. Huge shout out to Yuki here. Thank you very much, Yuki here. Yuki here is also a long-term sponsor of the server. Thank you very much, Yuki here. And we have a new sponsor, another drum roll. Thank you very much, Severance. Guys, please make sure to join and support Severance Discord server. It's safe for work. It is gaming based. So all of you guys who want to play your Minecraft, your Roblox, your Fortnites and trying to do whatever you want to do on those games, join Severance. And thank you very much, Severance, for sponsoring the server. Really do appreciate you. Do we have any? I think there's somebody else that I'm missing. If I'm missing anyone, thanks. Really do appreciate you. And thanks to everybody, all of you guys, for supporting this, the server, supporting the Discord, supporting the podcast. Really appreciate you. What do we normally do after this? Do we just do the forum questions?
We have a hand up.
Oh crap. Glev, Randy, bro, I've skipped you 3 times now. Bro, oh my god. Hey, you're welcome to flame if you have to, mate. I have skipped you. Jesus,
hello guys.
How you doing,
This
man?
is my first time here. I wanted to ask a question about how I can get more weight because I'm 16-year-old and since 2023 I was weighing 45 and I ate a lot this year and I now weigh close to 50 kilograms. How can I add weight?
Okay,
I don't
nice.
know.
So if you want to gain weight, it's about eating more calories than your body needs. So I don't know how many calories you need, but the idea is just to eat more than you would need to maintain your body weight. If you're 16, you're probably still growing, so you probably need lots of calories. The best way to do this is to eat plenty of protein and have lots of calorie-dense foods. So things like fatty meat is very good for that. Don't be afraid of things like cheese. Don't be afraid of added fats like that. And keep a track of what you eat and try to just slowly overload, like you would in the gym. Try to add more calories, keep an eye on the scale, and that's how you'll gain body weight over time. It does take time, so don't worry about gaining it too quickly. Make sure you don't get too fat in the process, stay active, and slowly eating more food over time. If you want specific ideas for bulking, things like nuts are very good because they're very dense in calories. Again, don't be afraid of fats like olive oil, butter, fatty meats, and things like that. Don't be afraid of carbs. Eat and eat some more, basically.
Okay, thanks. I have another question.
Sure.
From arm wrestling, I always get injured, elbow flexors. They hurt always, my bones, my tendons. But I want to train with easy bar curls or dumbbell curls. I just can't. They hurt. I know I should recover and rest, but it just doesn't seem to work for me.
Okay, are you getting injury and pain from the actual arm wrestling or from the exercises you do for arm wrestling?
It's for arm wrestling.
Yes,
From
and
the exercise.
yeah. Okay, so you need to be careful with these kind of things because joints are quite hard to repair and recover from. If you are just doing it for arm wrestling, it may be best to focus on the actual competition rather than training too much. I would avoid doing any, like, it sounds like you are doing, but avoid any straight barbell curls or anything. They can be quite hard on the elbows. What I'd recommend is doing some sort of grip work. If you can do this without any weight or anything, but if you have wrist or elbow pain, focus on practicing on closing your hands, opening your hands. People often neglect the opening part of it. So you just with your hands like that, or you can have elastic bands. That's a really good way to work the extensions on your fingers, which get underworked quite often. Don't be afraid of doing things as rotations, things like that, things that just get your forearms working. Because if you strengthen the forearm, it's going to strengthen the elbow joint as well. I would step away from doing too much curling for now. If you do have to do it, maybe use a elastic band or a cable instead. Anything that's going to reduce the shearing on the elbow, basically. Also look at things like just hanging from a bar. That can be quite good for your elbows, good for your grip strength as well, good for your forearms. Just hang from extension, maybe aim for 2 minutes hanging would be a really good way to build up your arm strength, your hand strength for arm wrestling as well. Does it make any sense? Is that helpful at all?
Yeah, thanks very much.
And last thing, if you're going to be doing these things, do not do low reps for any of these curls or exercises. Try to do higher reps, just because whilst it's tempting to do heavy weight, it's going to be more strain on the elbow joints itself. So keep the reps very high. That means you can focus more on the muscles than actual the joints or anything. So keep the reps above 10, at least above 10, maybe above 15 for now. That should help you recover a bit and should help your arm wrestling as well.
All right, thanks very much. I can go now, right?
You can. Thank you for the question, man. Hop in again next week, yeah?
Yeah, you can go,
You're
mate. We're
excused.
not keeping you hostage.
You're
Yeah. Thanks for the question. Really do appreciate you. Cool, guys. Thank you everyone for joining. Don't worry, the podcast hasn't ended. We are going to be doing the giveaway winner. So guys, if you have any questions, you can still raise your hand. We're going to be doing the giveaway winner. So there's still a chance for you guys to join the giveaway above while I'm putting together the names. I am going to screen share and add all the names on. This way people stop saying I'm corrupt. It's like, oh, no, he's corrupt. He's just picking the people that he likes, right? And then I'm going to spin this wheel. And if it lands on someone that I like, hey, even
We can't see it. There's no transparency.
Wait, who
We
said
can't see. There's no transparency.
who said something? Someone keeps saying something.
Mimi says stop the count. Mimi says stop the count.
Stop the what? Stop the. Oh, Donald Trump. She turned to Donald Trump.
I wanted to raise my hand, but I can't.
Oh, you're already in the. Why did we move Mimi back to the audience, bro?
You didn't move me back, so I can't even raise my hand.
Okay. Ask your question. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Why'd you sound annoyed? Okay. My other question has to do with like food and stuff, which I kind of have asked before, but it's like related to like eating disorders and stuff. I had been getting worse with my eating disorder. I started taking like some vitamins, and I was also put on like stress and anxiety pills because they said that my issue was related to stress and anxiety. So the reason why I wasn't eating much was because of that. But then like there's just times where Jesus Christ, where I eat normally, and then there's times where I eat a lot, and then there's other times where I can't even eat like one meal. So then like I'm just like struggling with food. And what would be your recommendation? Like, should I stay? Right now I took a break from the pills to see if I'm doing better. But what's your recommendation? Should I stay on them, or should I just like take the break, see if everything's going okay, blah blah blah?
Okay. Interesting questions, and again, not a medical professional, not a mental health professional. If the things are working for you, that's great. If not, I'd recommend talking to a doctor about it, just to be fully transparent and things. Sometimes, unfortunately, some medications do have some side effects, such as not making you want to eat and things like that. Generally, medications you'll put on for a reason. There may be alternatives, but always discuss with your doctor about that. If they speak to them and they think you should stay on them for your mental health, things like that, there are ways to work around the appetite. We can look at things like putting extra calories in if that's the issue. Easy ways to get food down you, make food more palatable. So yeah, I don't want to give a firm. I'm not going to tell you to not take medication or anything like that, unfortunately. You discuss it with your doctor and then come back and we'll talk about it from there, I think. Is the issue that you can't eat food sometimes? You're not haven't got the appetite for it.
Yeah, I don't have appetite, and then when I like smell the food, it just feels like I feel nauseous.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'd speak to your doctor about it. I'm not going to recommend otherwise, but if that is how it is and that's medication you need to have, we'll have another conversation and I'll talk about more ways to get food into you without having to smell it or eat it in that way. There's definitely ways to do it. We can work that out.
Yeah, the doctor did tell me to take them.
And are they
but like
aware of
I
the
don't
side effects
know.
you have?
Huh?
Are they aware that you're having these side effects?
Yeah, I told them that like when I take like the vitamins, it makes me really nauseous. Like I feel like puking, and they're like, "Oh, it's normal because your body's like not used to it at all." But like it's been a while, and I'm still like getting nauseous and stuff. So
Okay, I speak to them again if possible, just so they're fully aware of the situation. I know doctors are very busy and sometimes you feel you're being brushed off, but if you get them update and saying it's been however many weeks or months, I'm still having problems, are there alternatives? And then we can talk about that afterwards. I don't want to give you advice that would contradict any medical advice you have, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So if you can speak to them in the next week or two, get back to me and we'll have a plan of attack from there. We'll work this out.
Okay, thank you. Now you can do the rest.
No worries. Thanks for the question, Mimi. And I am going to make sure to move you back to the audience. And huge shout out to Humi Slay. Thanks for following me on Twitch. Really do appreciate you. Skinny Fat and Candy Ass will get to you next. Wait, who's Humi Slay? Is that you, Lau? No. Okay. Right. Gonna screen share from the official. It's a drum roll. Screen sharing from the official. What do we call it? Not Instagram, Discord accounts, right? Guys, can you
Discord, wow.
can you see the
Oh, we see the real.
Can you see the wheel? Can we all see the wheel? We all agree there is no corruption here. There is no.
We can't see you. We can't see you. We can only see the wheel.
He's picking the people he likes, right? So if it lands on King God Ao, right, it is not corruption. That is fate. That is God himself,
How many times
aka
AO on
me.
there? I see AO there at least twice on there. Just count the people.
if it lands, dude, I do not control the votes. I do not control. This is done randomly. This is done random. Now, all jokes aside, and thanks to everyone who joined the giveaway. I'm gonna make sure it's fair and you can all see it. So, you ready? Oh, my alarm! It's 6 o'clock. Fuck.
We're ready. We're ready.
You ready? And then click to spin. Suspense. Oh, is it gonna click on it? Is it gonna click on? No, I'm just gonna. Let's go. Who is it on? Oh, Ibari. Thank you very much, Ibari. Thanks for supporting our sponsors. Thanks for supporting us. And merely cry about it. We all saw this was legitimate. There's no recounting, there was no cheating. You won fairly. Everyone stopped getting upset. And thanks for tuning in. Right, I'm gonna stop screen sharing from this account before I share anything confidential. Cool. Someone had a question. This skinny guy. Skinny, Fat, and Candy asked, how you doing, dude? Feel free to ask a question. This is the part where you join the podcast.
Feel free to ask a question.
If not, we can quickly go to I think he's probably AFK.
No.
Welcome back, mate. How are you doing? Feel free to ask your question.
I'm good. I'm sorry. I forgot to click the thing.
All good, man. All good.
Yeah, I'm on my headphones and I'm doing other stuff. But yeah, my question was my last 2 days off. I've just started bulking. I've been in this mindset of cutting, and I'm just now transitioning over to bulking. But my days off lately, I've been having this thing where I'm just forgetting to eat, and like 4 or 5 hours pass, and I'm not even hungry. I'm an emotional eater, so then comes about maybe 3 or 4 hours left till I go to bed, and I'm like cramming in like yesterday. I think I crammed in like 23 or 2,400 calories, and I'm wondering, is it okay? Is it bad?
No, good question.
That's
Yeah,
just
and
yeah.
yeah, this happens quite a lot, especially if you're going from cutting, which people who are listening may not know. That means a weight loss phase into a bulking phase. So a weight gain or muscle gain phase. It's really common to have a shift in your appetite, especially if you, like you're aware of your mindset shift. Your mindset's different if you're more of an emotional eater. In this case, it's not a problem at all. Just the most important thing is to get the calories in for bulking. So if that means you have to get them all in within an hour, that's absolutely fine. It may not be the most comfortable thing in the world, but no, it's not going to hurt your progress in any meaningful way. As long as you get the calories in anytime, absolutely fine. If you miss them all on one day, you can make up the next day as well. So don't worry about it. Look at more of like a weekly average. Totally fine to fit them all in. You're effectively doing a form of intermittent fasting, so that's cool. It's fine. No problem at all.
Yeah, it happens on my days off when I'm at work. I ain't got no problem snacking and eating.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, I didn't do it the most healthiest way because I don't want to sit there and eat a bunch of vegetables and fruits for
Yeah, I think we
2,300 calories.
I think we chatted about this in fitness, didn't we? We had a chat about this the other day. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I did it again, but I did more donuts because it was more calories this time. But
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
It's cool.
All
So
right, that
most
was my
important-
question.
Oh, good man. So again, just to recap, most important thing are calories, then protein, then pretty much everything else. So as long as you get those nailed in, that'll do 99% of the work for you.
All righty, cool. I appreciate you.
Oh, good man. Thank you for the good questions.
All righty, peace.
Take it easy.
You too. How do I do this?
Thank you very much, mate. I hope you didn't struggle to leave. But yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for the question. Guys, you can keep asking questions. Like I said, Chris is a thorough personal trainer with a decade years worth of experience. He's, most people would have to pay solid money for these type of consultation. You'll get this completely for free. So you utilize this hour to the best of your ability. I think this is a good segue for us to go to text questions. If you do have any voice questions, remember you get priority. So now we're going to segue to text questions, and we don't want to take up too much of Chris's time. So, guys, feel free to ask any questions that you want to in text. If you already asked it before, mention him. Chris, this is your floor. Feel free, lightning round, and sort it out.
Yeah, lightning round, guys. Any questions I missed in chat, please tag me and I'll get to them now. You have me in overtime. Any questions? If not, thank you for the shout out about the Quark, though, Mr. Clean. Quark is massively underrated. You did have a question, yeah. If you can think of it again or tag me again, that'd be great. Otherwise, Mr. Clean, your time is now. Also, you were late today, just saying. We were aware of that. Yeah, guys, tag me any questions.
Ooh, new follower on Twitch. Thank you very much. I love Lao. I knew he followed on purpose, so I say that on stream. So, did you get the dopamine rush you wanted, mate? Did you get it? Did you get it? You were happy? Goodbye. Freaking loser. No, all jokes aside. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you, dude.
Mr. Clean, if I can't find your question, you can ask me another time. That's totally fine. I'm just looking for questions, that's all.
Oh my god, it was Duchess.
Did Duchess have a question? Oh, Duchess, I got your friend request, by the way. I'll confirm that now. Why not? Friend. I'm scrolling too far. I've got to come back now. Oh yeah, Mr. Clean. Yes. I see. Thank you. How can I improve my single leg deadlift form? I tend to tilt at the hips and struggle to keep them level. I don't notice it during the movement as I review them afterwards. Is that correct in real time? Therefore, it's not correctly targeting the glute. In this case, it's a good thing you're recording so you can catch it. I would recommend doing some sort of glute activation exercise beforehand. I also recommend stuff like some side planks that can be really good for getting activation going. Don't be afraid to, for your warm-ups, brace against something on the side, like maybe like a bar or anything to lean on just to really nail the form to start with. If you can keep that up, and slowly add the weight from that. That's the best way to build a strong foundation to keep it going. You don't want to start making, and it's basically everything as well. If you're doing form adjustments, don't start trying to adjust your form on your heavy sets of exercises. That's more likely to get injured that way. Always start your form adjustments on lighter weight and then build up and try to implement that as you go up. Don't try to jump in major form adjustments on a really heavy lift. That's what I recommend to you, Mr. Clean. Also work on your hinging. Don't be afraid to do both legs to start with and then go into single leg after that. Duchess, I see your question. Yeah, we kind of got over that briefly in the voice chat. So any more questions? I've accepted your friend request, so drop me any messages and we'll sort that out. No worries at all. Lobster, stop being rude about me making Lau knocked out. That's rude. Easy 8, you had questions. Easy 8 still here or not? Is he gone? Easy 8 a question about powerlifting and 531, so I made a talk to him in a different forum about that, but he's not here right now. No worries. Then I think that may be it, unless I missed some here at the bottom. So much scrolling, man. Such an active chat. So active. I love to see it. What should my jump? How fast should my jumps be for upcoming PRs? So Khan, that depends on how much the weight is. It really depends how much you're intending to hit over a PR. So be aware that if you do hit a small increment over any increment you do for a high percentage is going to be quite fatiguing. So if you say, I wouldn't recommend doing like a 5 kilo jump and then doing a 6 kilo jump because that's going to be quite fatiguing. You want to have an idea of what you want to aim for. So I'd recommend, say you want to hit 100 kilo bench, you've already currently done 85 bench. I would try to hit a small PR and then have a reasonable jump up to a more bigger reasonable PR after that. It depends how it goes, basically. It's hard to know in advance, but I'd aim for the small PR and then go for a slightly bigger one after that. Duchess says, I'm planning to start cardio for 15-30 minutes each day until it gets easier. I will then add up to 1 hour. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'd recommend up to maybe 45 minutes and then slowly increase the speed instead. So start really easy, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I'd slowly increase the speed a little bit. So you're walking a bit faster. Up to an hour is fine, it's not a problem at all. Increase the time first of all, and when you hit a time, say 45 to an hour, add speed after that. Again, a small amount of speed each time. And I see your messages, your DMs, I'll get to them afterwards. I don't want to do them right here. Do I own an Udi? No, I don't own an Udi, no. Awesome. Super comfortable and warm. Okay, I'll look into it. I'll look into it. Any more questions? If not, there may be it out here.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you to everyone who stayed to the very end. You know, huge shout out to, was Mr. Clean here from the, oh no, he was late. That's going to be very problematic going forward. Yeah, that's very disappointing, Mr. Clean. I expected more from you. You've got that, the only person with a costum emoji in the server and he's still late, right? I'm going to have to think about that, mate. Thank you, Skinny, was it Skinny Fats and Candy Asked. Thank you, mate. Really do appreciate you. Lobster, thank you, Lobster. Lobster was here from the very start. And Joker, whatever. Guys, thank you all. Really. One more thing before we go. Next week is the end of the month. The push-up competition. The 3-time champ is going to be defending his title. Right, so guys, stay tuned. We're going to do some announcements, some catch-ups, some new sponsors, new guys, new whatever. Appreciation to people in the server. So stay tuned from that. I'll be defending my title, and please, guys, I need your help. I really do need your help on this. Make sure to watch Chris's push. Make sure to watch Chris's pushes up clearly. Make sure to watch Chris's push-ups, or however you say it properly. Because he will be cheating. And thank you all for joining. We do appreciate you.
Stop the count.
What? Stop the count.
Stop the count.
Bro, we've not even started and he's already trying to cheat. Babe, you are like the son of Donald Trump at this point in time. Anyway, guys, see you. Thank you all. Really appreciate you. Bye. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.
Send the questions.
Get the fuck out of here, you losers. It's freaking weekend. It's a Saturday. You're listening to a
Yeah, imagine
podcast
being here.
on a
Listen to
Discord
these guys.
server. That is absolutely disgraceful. What are you doing with your lives? Get a life. Losers, get out of here. Boom, boom, ch. Boom, boom, ch.